Have you ever been a victim of scamming? The Federal Trade Commission received more than 2.1 million fraud reports from consumers in 2020, according to newly released data, with imposter scams remaining the most common type of fraud reported to the agency. Our commissions are no exception, and it happens to both artists and customers. In my opinion, Facebook and Instagram seem to be the worst sites for it. In this video, I'm going to go over some tips for artists and customers to avoid being scammed because it really does go both ways. I can proudly say that while no method is perfect, using these tips, I have never been a victim to an art scam. If these tips help you, make sure you drop a like and hit the subscribe button because according to my analytics, 98.7% of you haven't yet. And I'm watching you. First, let's talk to the artists. If something is starting to seem fishy, before you do anything else, I recommend checking out artistbeware.info and making sure your client doesn't have a beware or caution label attached to their username. This is a site that makes sure that artists and customers alike are held accountable when suspicious things go down and items or payment aren't delivered. If you're using PayPal, I recommend creating a paypal.me link or requesting the money from the customer yourself. Never just give them your email, especially if it's your personal email that you use for everything. In fact, you're better off creating an entirely separate email for your business. This eliminates the risk of a fake customer obtaining your personal information, but can also ensure that you are sent the proper amount of funds because you specified the amount yourself. Never send anyone a complete artwork, watermarked or not. Never send someone a final piece until you've been fully paid. Someone could back out at any time and then they run off with a complete work, even if it has a watermark on it, and you never got a dime after working for hours on it. Personally, I like to send someone a rough planning sketch so they know I'm not scamming them, and then I ask for full payment before continuing. You could ask for 50% upfront, show them some work in progress shots, and then ask for the other 50% before sending the final design. It's up to you on how you want to handle it, but please, I beg you, do not send anyone a complete artwork unless you've been fully paid. Furthermore, you don't draw anything until you have discussed the price and how they're going to pay. You don't want to work hard on something only to find out they don't have PayPal, Cash App, or whatever method you like to use. Think about it. If you go to McDonald's, a customer doesn't receive their food until after they pay. If you go to a sit-down restaurant or buffet, you'll see the restaurant constantly runs the risk of a customer sneaking out without paying the check after they've already eaten. Be McDonald's. Don't take the buffet risk. In fact, my local Chinese buffet started charging at the door now because of problems like this. What about scams where they demand a refund after you send them the final piece? Or worse, contact PayPal over it. This can be a total headache if you don't have enough evidence to show PayPal that they requested the commission to begin with. Send every customer a receipt or invoice email. Make a little PDF to fill out and send to every customer you get. If you use QuickBooks, I use the invoice feature to do this. I make sure they've paid, then I create the invoice and send it, and immediately mark it paid after it was created. Make sure your receipts are customized to each customer by having all of the important info on it. Some important things to include could be their name, the date, the payment method, item description, size, price, shipping, tax, etc. You could even attach screenshots of the messages of the customer saying what they requested and screenshots of payment. The more evidence you can provide to PayPal if they contact you, the better. What does an art scam normally look like? A common type of art scam mostly found on Facebook and Instagram is where an account will DM you asking you if you do commissions. They'll then either ask for a portrait or pet commission like 90% of the time. This will seem innocent at first, but you'll start to notice stuff. Maybe their profile pic looks fake. Maybe their account bio is blank. The account will seem a bit suspicious. Most of the time, not always, they'll ask for a realistic style even if the artist is known for cartoon or anime work. They'll send us what seems to be like a stock photo or something stolen off of someone else's Facebook. You, the artist, will tell them a price, maybe $30, and then they'll counter with some crazy number back, like $300, hoping to get the creator excited and hooked in. If you aren't already feeling hesitant by then, they'll ask you for your PayPal email, sometimes before they even discuss any more details. At this point, there's a couple different things they might do. The most common that I have seen is to tell you that they accidentally sent the wrong amount and to please refund it back even though they never actually sent you anything at all. They'll send a fake screenshot that looks like it was from PayPal saying that they sent you money. Please just always trust your gut. If something feels fishy, don't take the bait. Now let's talk to the customers. First and foremost, check out artistbeware.info and make sure that they don't have a beware or caution warning on their name. This is a site that makes sure that artists and customers alike are held accountable when suspicious things go down and items or payment aren't delivered. Make sure that the artist you're interested in has a large portfolio on their social media. Make sure that the artworks look similar or at least have some kind of similar theme or maybe medium, since artists can change their styles a lot. A lot of art scams are actually fake artists, not just ones that actually draw but take your money and run. Ensure that this is someone who is who they say they are first. If you're extra hesitant, see if any of them are other commissions. See if you can DM their previous customers to see how the artist did. If you've done your research and you think it's a good bet, then when you order, ask to see a rough planning sketch of your design before you pay. Not all artists will agree to this because some of them ask for payment for even sketches, but it's worth a shot to ask. If they're not willing to, then say you'd like to provide 50% upfront and 50% after you've seen some work in progress shots. Do not give them the entire payment up front without receiving something in return. Think about it. If you go to McDonald's, you see images of what you'll get, how much it's going to cost, and you even see the workers in the back making other sandwich orders already. You know that they're actually fulfilling other customer orders first before you ever pay. Why shouldn't the same logic apply to an art commission? Make sure you discuss the payment method and total price up front. Make sure they're not asking for something fishy. Most common methods to pay are PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Square, and QuickBooks payments. If you're not comfortable with something, don't do it. Be sure to ask if you have to pay extra for changes later down the line. Get a receipt or invoice email. I always try to send one to my customers, and you should totally ask the artist you're commissioning for one. If you still don't feel comfortable buying something, you could always try a middleman service like Fiverr to support your favorite artists, but please note Fiverr takes a big cut of their earnings, and the market on there is super saturated, meaning a lot of artists are underselling themselves just to get a customer. They might be a little too desperate. You could look for an artist that sells commissions through their Ko-Fi or Patreon. That might also be a safer bet. Well, that's all I have for now. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you have any video requests. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye. 9cat away.